Hello from me, Dina Marais of dinamarais.com, Prosperous Soul Purpose Divine Diva. And it's my mission to work with entrepreneurs and create more prosperous soul purpose divine divas. So I would like to talk about the entrepreneurial dilemma of between the pleasure of freedom versus the pain of fear. Now we have these two forces within us. We have the pleasure of freedom, of what it will give us to be an entrepreneur, the freedom of time, of having autonomy over ourselves, over our lives, of what we work, of what we do, how we work, when we work. And of course, going hand in hand with that is the financial freedom of living the lifestyle we like, making the money, making loads of money, sharing our gifts. And on the other hand, we have the pain of fear that keep us stuck, that we continuously focus on the reality of not having the money, of not having the clients, of not having the business plan, of not having the systems, of not having everything in place yet, so that we can actually make the leap to become entrepreneurs. Or maybe we are in business already, or you are in business, but you're not making the money yet, you're not having the time freedom yet, you're working like 7 days a week, you're not living the lifestyle that you envisaged. And that happens because we buy into the fear. We buy into the fear of the past, of projecting whatever happened in the past into the future, into the present and into the future. And this is because we keep on focusing on the absence of what it is that we want instead of the presence of it. And yes, we have the reality to see, what our eyes can see, the number of clients on our books, the money in the bank account. But our eyes sees the external world. And when we create from the internal world. And it's so important to focus on what it is that we want. Because your brain will do more to avoid pain of fear instead of going for the pleasure of the freedom. So your job is to focus on the freedom. Your job is to focus on your vision, to keep that alive within you and not to energize the fear. To know, yes, the reality is there, but the vision is in you and you are creating that. And it's to ignore the external world. Know it's there, but at the same time hold your vision. Hold the pleasure of that freedom in your mind, in the front of your mind. One thing about fear, though, that you need to know is that we are not so, it's not that we fear the fear, we fear the thought of the fear. And mainly we fear what it will say about you. You will fear what it will say about you if the worst happens. What will it say about you when you fail or when you succeed? And if this is you, then also know that you take things personally. You make it about you. And in that way, think about it. Do you see feedback as criticism? Do you see anything that not going according to plan, to make it about you? So that is something else that you need to ask yourself. Is this about me or is this about the issue? Now, if we think about the fear of failure, as a concept, there is no such thing as failing. If you think about fear of failure and success on a continuum, and on the one hand you have fear, and on the other you have success. Now in between there are a multitude of degrees of success and freedom. It's the flip side of each other, and from whichever way you look at it, the degree of failure or success. So if you consider the notion that there is no failure, there's only feedback, then it frees us up to make mistakes, because it's not about us anymore. It's about what we do. It's about the issue, the campaign, the program. It's not about us. And if you can give yourself permission to fail, then you will start to focus on faith, on knowing that it's here, and on joy of doing what you love doing, knowing that whatever you desire is already here, and thoughts become things. So as you are thinking about your vision all the time, that the universe is conspiring, the universe is making your thoughts into things. Success, our fear of success is also something that is totally unfound, if I can use that word, because success never happens overnight. You're growing to success. Success comes slowly, sometimes quick, but it gives you time to actually catch up with it. So I have a fear of success. Again, it's about what it will say. It will say about you when you succeed, and so importantly, it's also about what it will say to your partner, to your family, because here we have built-in safety checks that and often in childhood make decisions to not outshine a parent or a sibling, and you may also fear of what it will do to your relationship if you succeed. And so often when we just talk about that with the relevant parties, we found that our fears are just assumptions. So the same with rejection. Rejection goes hand in hand with fear of failure or success, but it's also about taking it personally. So the moment if you can separate yourself from the situation or the issue and talk about that instead of making it about you, it gives you great insight into what it is to improve on, and it just frees you up to make mistakes, because it's not about you anymore. It's about your business. It's about the decision that you are making. So the conclusion is that when the pleasure of your freedom is more important than the pain of the fear, then you will go for your freedom, and even in the face of fear. And just also to know that this dilemma is with us as entrepreneurs all the time. It's in every decision that we make. It is, and what's important here is our vibration, is your energy. Because if you make the decisions from a place of freedom, then you make a way different decision as from a place of fear. And of course, the law of attraction and the law of vibration will bring you more of what you focus on. Do you focus on the pleasure, or do you focus on the fear? Keep that in mind, and keep focusing on your freedom and your vision, and keep that in mind and that vibration up, and you will overcome your fears and see them as insignificant and know how to work with them. Till next time, be prosperous.